Premo ato adesemamba yamamu nyina hama makwaba eba United Television so yakasa bo ensaka fi omaimu na fa mahodo bi so no semfo aso ne so a do hwed bakwa da ni mu me Agya Kwabena Midday eba be so mu na monka me ho na yemfa seda ma this way chocolate drink and the coffee drink this way no dairy tea creamer this way 1 2 3 best point service loose and best assurance special ice in suo and special drink need fufu some of akasebo hu eka na kasabo de bedi makutini bi ene se we dey to just say be ya yenhwe na atemu adwumaku no omo ne omo ho wo bra ekuekuo bi anfo mo hwene enwuro wo dwumedi ahodo a wo mu edi mu Ghana ba panin so e dey to just mu se yenuanuanua asema bati fimenu e dey nemu wo bi biara moa na edua ahodo epese edua no yetumi adua mo man kwabrito na sangira na so pintin enka ne English abana musi na o man Ghana mu so wabaye sum oman na wie ama wakokokra amana ne so afo nsam ekọ so wo ho no ye de bebram na ekọ kalagan so a aweho sama na nsam nsaka fi wo kire se niam abakumenu bi ekọ so wo ho na ye behwe se ye mpuntujuma se ye mpuntujuma ho nsam ye de beba na sam ba ko agye egu fie nura ne nansa bepem ne no eni se osofo a waje din o Nigeria memu a na soro kwa Ghana ha your friend TB Joshua no odaya wansore weni samodo bi eka ho na Midday brɛ mo sɛ kasebo na meka mo so hwe kira kwan ODS TV a your channel 360 so na Facebook and social media handles awodo no nyina no ye kasebo yi etwegu ho afi yenye brɛ hwe kasebo no mu nsam asante hene otekokɔ so 2472 otoso mienu de ato ekueku ahodo wo omanga nanim lititiru say ye mampani aso ye ne mahye dwa aso ye ne se wo mo hwe na obi biara fa ne hwene enkonko wurawura atemu adwumanum se ne be betumi aboa ma mudwumadi a omudie nyina no mbada ho fan na tentrene ebe na adwuma
Asante hine otumfo se tutu otoso mienu e de nsem we tuja e wo manhia ahemfie wo komase emra mpanyimfo wo moda Ghana Bar Association ekuo no ebepie mo honom a wo mo eba bechi asante hine na afi enkomo bi wo ha wo motimi ene na atwetwe a ebetimi aboa association no na afi Ghana fo so ebedi na emra asante hine otumfo se tutu e kasa na wo kire se Ghana Bar Association wo mo waso die pa eba emra ahodo a enu nti e na wo sere wo se 1992 constitution no eniema bi wo ma amanfo bibire aka se wo se nsakraye eba na osusu se Ghana Bar Association eyeku a omo so betime di montenteman de omo no ato asem no bi na emra bi a wo se ye nsakraye bia no omo so etimi aboa ama omo timaye emra asante ne ekasa efa nsem ni bi a ode to aso eni
krata no aye tintim ye afi apem hankro adiokron mienu no abapim nei ye kwa ya ye ne asi ye hunu safe emonkeka bi wo ho a ya ha adwene kakra ebe dan ne etimi asa ahwe ne ya amana ye se ye nyina ye hunu se executive ne legislature ne judiciary no ebia wo se ye bronika sem independent me bo ana we ehwe we so no mu nyina ato enso me hwe anya sa na tiesese asanse judge for judiciary court ne niema moteti mu nyina judge for ekotena ho bench ekotena so wo mu ni sika no ede ya mena yeye judge for nso akatwe ede twa court amoko mu nyina opa was wo call executive no akoje na no sa no se ne ye no be yeye sika no court no ye adwuma agye ne fine no a ye agye ne bibiara no adenti na sa sika no ye ntimi nka se ne judiciary no mfanto ho no mo no mfantu judge for ke ye mfansisi adan ye mfanye we na ewia wo de tagena so obebu nkonta me ehun se Agya na yenye se ni nyina akra ne ntimi mfa emma wo mu ye chembe mienu ana ye chembe miensa ne de mu mienu ana miensa ma wo mu na nka ekoso na ye kama zanza judge peka atrem wo pedan atrem na so jesu so okoha ne akoje dia ka hu se ne na me mama ka wo za be kan smeti ame ni nyina ya de e wo se ye hunu se kwan be ne de faso be ye bio asem de lawyer for me no be kokota yira ba ko be difo sebe wo hunu se de onipa nde ba na nye se de sitie no eni se ye ne tintan de ko nye sika nyina na ye die sebe ye adwuma okosua ngoma sika wo so nye sika de enso profession no so animonyam no so hia sene sika ne pi ti ni nyina mesre mo se emra na wo se edi so na de ehwe a enso yesiesie ma na yeye no me just ye pekwan na the council betumi aboama alternative dispute resolution no so ni aye na aka na yeye.
National President Edema Ghana Bar Association Owura Anthony Forson Jr. Emra wo kasa e no so e de adesrede e de to Asante no tumfo se tutu enim se wo modikan ade adesrede bi ato nanim na wo sere se obetimi aye ama omo
nyoma mienu na wo makoma system de betu enim say time and na megache ye president no de betu enim say anka hia asase bi ye da ye bar center since Ashanti region was center no anka bar center kese pa no ye de be wa ha na serve the whole Ghana nti be year anka yen senhwe sa bar center no asase na ndu hujuma. The second one another me anka sama kuma so mekacho and they say anka say every year your friend lawyers na afoforo no na anka otumfo afre omo we to omofo because they be ankofo can about ethics na the behavior at the bar na the na anka me stress say be anka law school director wa ha na any chief justice be ka say yemfanka program no say we call to the bar na ye bewo otumfo's dinner na otumfo ishira omo.
Galamse ni tuo ni yensa se ni yesu aseye akwakoye asefim sam ane anibresam de ama oman no ese soro ne ku etia na eno na soafo a ohwe boade abobre ane abode nyasepa unum de so onunyafo doctor akwakoa friye edetu jesirem so wono de pempempen obese ni pen wo hu ne se wo matu galamse mu se yesu no sebe omo ya bonsanfo pa ense se so omo sokora
Amansan kabom kuyo United Nations afibia no omoyi eda baako asi ho a ewiase afane nyina yemfa enkai oboade ebobre na ebepiemu ewa bibimam anase Ghana hanoma eyade a mprepi oboade ebobre enya ade a yedwene ho kra niema ensem fatase yebu nnua wokwayem eye kwan bone so yesei eniema hodo a ebetima boadasa ho ban no eyade a ekoso pa afidie esi ewo dwaben ewo Asante Mantema eno na Minister for Science Technology and Innovation Omunyamfo Dr. Kwabena Friye ekasa wase a odi nsem we etuja o kire se ya nye enhyehye a emu beye den anase mra emu beye den ama obi a obefa koti kwan so se ose oboade bobre no ye ne bedi ne nyonyonyo na ya nhwe ya oboade bobre a ewo Ghana ha nyina ye kwaye baby e fro se wetlands a no etimi eboa ema yetimi edi ye ne nyina ebesei.
Since 1974 it has been celebrated every year on the 5th of June, engaging governments, businesses, celebrities, and citizens to focus their efforts on pressing environmental issues. The theme for this year's celebration is ecosystem restoration. In Ghana, we have designed our own slogan, and it is "Let's unite to save the environment." Air and water pollution are killing 9 million people annually, 6 more times than the current toll of COVID-19 pandemic. And this indicates that we are at a critical point of our existence on this planet. And we all have seen our ecosystems disappear before our very eyes. Our glaciers are melting and the heat waves being experienced are more than before. The ecosystem in our parts of the world are depleting at an alarming rate due to the over-exploitation and unsustainable extraction of resources, of the natural resources from the environment. According to recent Ghana country environmental analysis launched by the World Bank a few months ago, the cost of environmental degradation in Ghana per year is estimated at some $11 billion. We have to eliminate all the deviants and criminals amongst us. I'm referring specifically to those who are doing galamsey. They are deviants, they are criminals, and they must be eliminated.
Chief Executive Officer Edema Environmental Protection Agency EPA adwumekuye no Onunyamfo Dr. Lawyer Henry Kwabena Kokofu emra wo kasa wo sa adwumedie na se no ene ono so kire enhyehye ahodo a EPA wo mo eye se de be ya ometimi abo oboade bobre ho.
Human activities have compromised the benefits we derive from ecosystems. A study by the World Bank estimated the cost of environmental degradation at $6.3 billion annually, or nearly 11% of Ghana's 2017 GDP. Other reports indicate that we are losing our forest cover at a rate of 3% per annum. In that vein, land degradation has contributed to the reduction of productivity of our lands. Plastic pollution has increased tenfold since the 1980s, and the quality of water bodies are declining rapidly, due particularly to illegal mining activities.
Ne kra no oman hino wo dwabin traditional area ono so kra na ye otetene ni Edema Council of State da sebre otuo serebo eso e kan sei
ma dia mayen se emfa nua munya awrehwemu se ebedua nua no mama sade bi kra abeka ho amayen ye ne mu na edi sa adwuman atitrefo mo ba nya be modua nua no bi mempe se ekodwaben ekodua dua ye pon ye no ye krom dabi nua ebedua no panin bia wadua bia edudin ebo ho owura doctor wekwa friye dua obadwaben udua enie dabi a wotwam bia behwe se udua no etisen ekoso enyi anasa wugya ho no ahweso yie opanin bia besrame a mema udua baako na mdudua bo ho na chese kakra na ekono
Ghana Revenue Authority mpanyefo wa Santimantemu ene womwa womuni omudidwa esum ye adwuma hodoro no aka bom ama mo kyerɛkyerɛ to ahodoro aban de aba no se de sitie ene okon betuna fa so atua
Ghana ban enam afi 2021 akonhoma sika mekyerɛ budget a wɔde ba amrɛsɛbadwafie so de eto afoforo bi ɛbaaya wɔhwɛ sɛ ɛbra COVID-19 aba enkakra yɛ apam ni ɔman sika sɛm a ebenya nsunsonso bɔne ɛwɔ so no yebetimi afiri mu wɔde to afoforo ɛba no ebi nso wɔ hɔ a wɔyiyi firi hɔ sɛ de bɛyɛ a ade hyɛ wɔbiebie enwuma wɔn ho betimi aha wɔn afiri COVID-19 wɔ ha wa enya wɔn sika sɛm so na onyankopɔn yɛ adoma Jobu sumi ya yɛrɛmu no wɔbɛfraseɛ ɛde ayɛ adwuma ebi yɛ COVID-19 health recovery levy energy sector levy sanitation and pollution levy ɛne afoforo bi a ɛka ho ɛno na aka ho bi ama Ghana Revenue Authority mpanimfoɔ ahyɛ ase a wɔyɛ nkyerɛkyerɛ ne nteteyɛ ade ama adehyeɛ ne enwumaku a otua toɔ ɛwɔ mɛm sɛdeɛ bɛyɛ a wɔfraseɛ ɛgye toɔ na menteme ho ase bia ɛnkɔsɔre ɛno mu ɛna Ashanti Regional Area Manager ɛde ma GRA Ora Samuel Sachidiodu wɔne UTV kasebo twetwe nkomo no ɛna wɔse wɔsrɛ adwadifo ebreduru sɛ wɔso mutua to a wɔsrɛ ɛyɛ a muntua ne ntem mo ntwentwɔm mo naase na ban no anya sika a wɔde bɛyɛ mpuntu dwuma
I'm say aban ye budget no or the new taxes biaba na ɛsɛ kyerɛkyerɛ mu ye na fɛ kyerɛ wɔn sɛ mu si ebesi ebu akonta no na amotubetua bi sɛ VAT e buy ne say no osim we say ɛna ebe strategy bebre amo jeje no May but don't be trying to June ending and they say mo hu ha mo si akakuloti na fa ansom de aba ndi eto nsafra no e baako afi rebate to say schools any hospitals ne hotels and ne more rebate so na be a mbeti hu eno so mbeti hu so mbeti akakuloti ateso aba hu say covid no effect sankofo no pa mo ye hotels in the schools ne hospitals na no effect won ndi be theaters na what if so na ontua ni nyina tini nyina say mo hu ma bi otupo agyan sikasem ye eto ene ne sikasem nkura kesi agidi nyina amutuo yie nti ebesre nyina se ye ntwa eto ne fem mo man for now there ye cash and I say ubeko bank you do check ako but from 1st July the cash nkura nyina be through the bank straight
wɔn kwaji santiti bi enso ne UTV kasebo ebo san komo yi
meda na ban ase se bi sa ba na oto ne safred nyuma nyina se emehia na ye nhyem bi se e ba sa na boa ye na ye accountants na nyuma wura for ne pa na ne ye ba anya hwe kra ye hu ensacha ya ba ye taxes ahodo na aba ne je no ye levy no dey account and how to do the calculations and calculations na wo hu ni nyina kwan be fa so anti to me there aboa
with this new tax levy ya mo dey about COVID-19 levy no so one man just entity we are be dey say obi hu kwan be fa so e be work no na won so wa present to omo timi gidi say sa workshop yi aboa yin pa
Nana otuo serebo wono ona ye dwabe manhene no nokuri ya Council of State nso wono na oye dwamtenani odatu dwechim se nkan tete no se yesi kwabiritu bi ho na so kɔ ho wabomusuo esubonti bi ho ha yenkohu benada yenkwa ne nyina yemusuo bi a na yesi oribi abo a wo ya so den kora na se wo kɔye kora etumi twa wasu osesa hyehyɛ ne boa yie papa boye kwa yesuo ne obode bobre niam ho eban na sesi ye frese ani bia bai sesi mu na niam sai kora se ka ono nko a akasa tete hyehyɛ no yensan fa mra bio
na no to osrebo echiremu atete no na ye won hwehwe bi ewo ho a obi ebusu a ne ye ka ne se onipa no wabomusuo ye woda bi ensuo bi wo ho a ye mfa nkom asase bi wo ho a ye nkoso osesa abre no na eboa bɔ ma ye nsuo ne ensase ho ban nanso efri bra abrofo bedi ye so ne ye adwen se anibia ba no aha ye pa wo kwan bebere so a enei enipa nhada enimra so kese eno ntina nko osusu se ye nsanfa san hyehyɛ ne mmra biem enkebeboa ama eniema mu asesam na nadi nsem nyina to dwa ebram na Ministry of Environment, Science, Technology and Innovation one Environmental Protection Agency Jobbing Patriot ekuo no waka boma okodua enua ebra wode twen sem World Environment Day no wo mo ebeboa ma yatena ye eniema mu asesa
moma nya ehu se sebe omano yeyedie ejina enua yensuo yapomuden nua ene ahaha ne no kese niema wo ewiamu no ana se yare adro bia ahan timpanifo se enkocha adromra ani ahan nti se wokɔ forest mu na kotwa enuagu adukro bia wo ho no wonya bi abrofo befa ye ha ba ma free ha kɔkɔ adro ade bra mi eto nso na eta anim ha ya nti nua dua ne de se ye dua ne da bia na saban de ho jim dia ne kwan so ye nya ye moa we nye se party we na party we na so man ye ya ye nya ye dia se wo kwa wo mfa manko bugya wo ha na de na odi gya wo mu da che no adwen ho nti hia se ye de amanyasam to nchen na ye dwen ye da che ho ye manom da che ye mamman so da che
Director Edema Field Operations ewo Environmental Protection Agency Mami Aren amankwan so sem ekwan ye bi mu foso etu fom agudie wo hwe ensuo kwan ya nkrofo bi sisi adan sim ene ne mahodo bebra ya ese yensase ene mpo yatena ye na enya de se eye kra enti ye mfrase se ye bibi afa ho
ye kan ecosystem na ye wo ne ye wo epum ne ye wo nsuo ne ye wa asase so nti asase de no ye basically enua ne mmoa ya na ben yen wo ye ecosystem no obia so wo dwuma odi wo ecosystem ne mu nti ya tena ho ehu se sa nneoma ne nyina hwere yen nti sa World Environment Day we no ye twesi wo se yen twa ye kompon ko ye china yen hwe nneoma na edi yenya ti se yenua na ya na ben yen wo yen chen ni nya shade free mu yetete ede ye nro eboa ye wo kwan nuase nyina so se ehum bi ba se nsuo beto na mframa obodenden de obehu se dua na wo ho a entumi entutu edan so ne ade nti yesi yensan enkofa sanema no na yendua mo na yentumi nya sanema we nyina back
Ghana ba penny ma me Rebecca Kufuado e de atugya chirim se animu ya no ese ye bo ye ho modin se ye kwaya ese yensu a ese ne metwe ho ese no ya hwe anye ho bibia owie nipa na beka oman Ghana enu nti wosre sie nyina mo na mfi menu eda ene mu enua pimpim bebre ye nyina ye nua na fa mo ye ho ban
Owura Kwachi Isaac eye adwuma ewo Ghana oba panyi asoye dwumadie no ase no no ne kasa ye ede ma Ghana oba panyi ena wose obo ade ehunu mu ni nyansam wo no wodi ka bo enua ene sabi emoa ede ma nipa se yendi so eno enti ehiama atena ye pa enti wasre se yenta ne aduanua na yenya nwunu na emoa yen na yenya enkwa entena se.
Without trees to regulate and maintain the environment, there would be no life on earth. Trees influence everything from the environment to our physical health. Trees produce oxygen, which is vital to life on earth. Trees also remove pollutants from the soil and air and help purify freshwater streams and reservoirs while preventing soil erosion and flooding. Animals and even fungi and bacteria also rely on trees for habitation, refuge, and food. Again, as far as we can remember, trees have been treasured for their medicinal purposes for a large portion of the global population. So, as you can see, humans, animals, and the environment depend on trees for survival. As climate change and global warming become more of a threat to our planet's ecosystem, we can no longer remain indifferent. Therefore, as deforestation continues, we must put back what we're taking away.
kane oba panyin otoso mienu owura ire Matilda Emisa Arthur enso ekasaye.
At this launch is a call to action, a call to all of us to ensure that not only are we keeping trees growing, but that we are also being part of keeping our communities clean, keeping our rivers clean, making sure that whatever is in the environment is surviving. What we are doing here today is a call to action. For me, for each one of you. Each one of us can act in a certain way. Even if we grew a tree where we work or where we live, that will be doing something. And the call for action also ensures that we'll start with our children and ensure that our children know how to clean their environment, know how to look after things, not littering. And if we do that, collectively, we'll all be safeguarding the environment. And as we heard, when the last tree dies, it means that's the end of us. Our survival is intertwined with the environment. We rely on nature. And therefore, this morning, I take the opportunity to call on each one of us to partner. We can do it in cash. We can do it in kind.
Otitinani adima dwumadie no ye aburihene nana otubo jankwasi wono nso nsmode tu mpanifo anim ne se yanka Ghana ho na yenduedua
Department of Parks and Gardens minyin kakra na me hui no na kamo na fom kra o kamo na fom kra kamo directors nyina krom ya na wote and wo konkranko ya adwuma and wo san betra ye hwem samu agogonum so we say free no timati yi sapa yin free nyina say maji adne nyina kusinkran naka obi a ope flower pa se wo ba nursery our Parks and Gardens here. And then, Israel go on. I can't find one of the Jumana way and Ancasa, every Muslim. Most of them, Crofuna, Bay, Jumana, or Pocofia, no one go away, one branches. After a way, Jumana, assistant, Kamoya, then Muyano, one more. And the director, the slow, some must have Mr. Beam. The say, I think, assistant Parks and Gardens. A woman saw the say local government has it. That's a local government today. One a woman in Yamuban. Well, this a department to be here. The James said, a bit of commanding in Ram. You regional capitals. You buy your young municipal and a district way. Look, be our branches. And never call me a fool. There was some of my emphasis come to so. Why you put your Yessicapi? I'm saying, Muraya, Ukraine, is here for 3, and we are here, and we are here, and I never way home.
Jamseni Edema, a year a lawyer folk who but a woman Ghana moon, which I gonna bass swishing a year ura Tony Forson Jr. Would I today Chirimu say, and who be here, say, and Manumuyano, a buying ash say, Emra, I dear Jumano, a lawyer for him, dear one. Ye betumi atiti bebre na mo makade aye adwuma no ebebo papa amatentere ne aye adwuma na obia kasaboa ankonkoka ne mu a ede ohaw bi ebebre oman no.
Legal Aid Commission nkrabata ewo atoye mantemu eno mapaw abedweko mba behwe ekuo ne so no maye adwuma sane esene fata na sa committee anasa adwumako no mu aso afremu asuaye enipa miensa ena ewo mu wei enotitinani edema Ghana Bar Association Orua Anthony Forson Jr. ede atudwa asre abano se aya wonfa sika ma wono munye adwuma yi na afenso yemankasa odwumedie enkoso na Ghana fo ente mrase na atentene nye adwuma na aboa ama Legal Aid for Ejumano Afanentuma pa Efra.
Nipadi was what is as a cocoa voucher. Until time I hear Shisham bread, you wonder so obi or apply for review. That's a 1 year in Tama. Maybe an ample, not the as an Paneshi, but Oyeshi, because in Brandis in the Opiara or qualify for legal aid. Or you don't need legal aid until you want one medium, one promoter. the woman of the constitution or granted them rights. Now, regarding prioritization, now the legal lead on for voting back. Abambia also could win elections. But we are if we there say Nipan or economy or assume Jumana. Now also I can message go to Martin. Instead of make it abstract right. But the moment we access to justice when you ask them I say abandon policies on when you assume what do you there on there instead of right to the rule of law, access to justice, and the concepts.
Then a committee, what and they was swear in painful, there was share. Na say bi wo ehobbi on task center wo bakade bia ya man legally don ye ya obenya dam amboa no na wo nyantase sempo ona wo hwem na wa man legal aid ni say wo ye mfum bia eho no oye opportunity because oye appeal obama say mfum bi wo ha wo be siesie intel me there oye as a papa oye Legal Aid Commission Act 977 of 2018 there say ibi yefan there abba office there a legal aid ye wo process bi a yefam ye baby se bi nsem bi ya fill form amount na ya hwe bibi a yefa ni minister say ye ma da mo mbo no ye ya there ye ba mo lawyer na wa hwe we dwuma na ma wa lawyer no on charge of consultation fee wo na our one centi binta why them legal aid into what na say ya na dwene kire yen den sama ye bisa na pensem ye modern bono ye ya na say engine tuma no ye wo da wa appeal to committee ya in there we the honezi na one what na wa sam no do na we say na wa hwe say oh ye ma no ye onam da binti ana ye ma no ye nti ono titiri nti
ye to ekase bono so na meka mo se ye UTV so na ye di free bremu awabeka janhye ship house wo enkran na ye konsam fufuru mu a English abana musini awobesomo ye wo magana mu owura Iron Walker odendwumedie se abana musini a wababesom ne man wo Ghana ha no wode kwa wiye amana akosoafo a wo hwe amana ne husam so de nakodi nkra ne ho ene emana ne soafo owura Shirley Ayoko Butwe edi tudwa chiremu se owura yi ba oba Ghana no abebo papa amabusu abo eda Ghana and UK ntemu no akonani
discharged your duty as High Commissioner to Ghana creditably. We've seen clearly the growth in the engagements, the relations between our two countries, relations that have always been very strong. But the last 4 years, I can say that it's grown even stronger. And there's so much that we can point to that have been because of your engagements with government that's very high up on the agenda. So much has been done. Very happy with.
So we, as you know, have throughout the whole period of COVID been committed to global vaccines, and we are clear that there is a clear kind of mismatch between the amount of vaccines that happen in the developed world versus those that are happening.
Yebeko ahafu mantemu na manta nso afu nunyamfo George Yabuachi wabo apro akokohwe akwan hodo bi ayeye awo mantem no mu na no kyese se de adwuma ne koso no ne nia so yie pa
asrafo no yekohwe se the contractors this year adwuma. Now, generally speaking, I'm very much impressed about the quality of work contractors. No, there's a few now, or many horrors. We are praying to them so more than so many. I be we are given a my item. If it's a quania, and I can never deal with me. I am Juma. And generally speaking, as soon as I North rules, no contractors and more about especially modern world. Sharing class on Tonkoso, anyone I can so, or more, and yes, you want to be my contem. Ama, yes, so you want to. Now, some more concerns be a bit my translate me address it. because kwan na hu nya pa nti me sere wo mo se obi a ensamra na obi o concern bia no omra ne entrance na ehwe kwa me fa so betima bo na mo masai aba back to site se eba asunafo south so a em se mebo boda ka ba so o kwan so a wo ye adwuma wa share bo say by August na first 6 kilometers no what the total aguso tie bon pa se betima basa na by November December so no ten say free adwuma no ho.
And currently we have about 98% of the concrete works done, and we have also done with the clearing and the widening, which is also 100% done. Now currently your formation here 67%. Now we're near course we are high kilometer 9. There are some few kilometers na your completed formation. By end of July and August, it will be from sub base and base near the primacy at so until latest by December they complete.
Deadline yeah say be say nsuo no to sometimes nsuo ntima ni ma bi so kwache de dem no yeah say nka efisi ko no endu be a month or two no ye bitima drains de bitima wi ni wi ananka ye de we say no asoso covers no asoso aha challenge so kwan susua ntotori bia na yenso ye de material kura gu kwan so a na hayen ene ne problem kese pa ntia na ene da afo no eko ntimi so mesrese this ni omoso nkasa ene afomfo ni nyina ye ni omo nkasa na omoso mu hu se bi adwuma na ye pese ye mo kwan ye wi a abai na betu sikadi agu hase o
abasobo dwumadie bi akoso ewo kwawu mpatamu ene se abankra chewo kwawu mpatamu a wabo adwuma ye pa no na omo na baso na de onya sa abasobo no kwawu South District Chief Executive Owura Emmanuel Ata Ofori Senior na dwumadie na se no kwawu mayure hene na nabafo ye bo asiama de tuja se onipa ye ade a wosaye yi na se abankra chefo wo ho no wo fi omyem adwumaden de so momanfo no a amanfo so ewrere fida onbekai na abasobo ene ayeye bi wo ho a won be masa uni no
Siesha Metropolitan Municipal District Assemblies no na ye keka bom ekọ be se ahenu ni aduosia baako ni nyina mu no siesha omamu ni nyina Kwawu South abankra chepanyini onimonyamfo Emmanuel Atafuri ene o che se waye ade papa ama wabo na baso ekoyi a ye from Peace and Justice Foundation ene o maye o hwehwemu wa hu se opanyi waye ade pa eno ena owura Mohammed Basil Tijani wode eto sentrofo animesanso wono ena ekoyi woda no wo che se opanyini ese abasobode sanse waye na adwuma yi.
But National Council and Board of Directors na etnas no ena samusha nwuma yaye waye ewo hanmu a ye ne nsɛmtwerɛfo te sɛ mo a na adwuma ye won nsɛmtwerɛfo a mo kan ye researchers ho a omo ewo from ehwe nwuma a MMDCs na ye so National Council and Board of Directors na etnas no ena mo approve say Honorable Emmanuel Ofori Ata Senior ena ese dia baso bode no ma no well dodo na perform MMDC bi wo kra ofra na wonfa wo fra na wanya na woni ni di nkomo time wo behia no ene no aye adwuma no kra no ofra wonfa wo send in message and won reply enti agina sa platform so catch MMDC ni se vet ya ekoso yi amadodo no ahopo yesra mo omo ba so omo ba be somo man no
enso so development ene ye hwehwe ewo yempota mu nyina omadiken ayemfie nan the best resanka Kwawu East ni Kwawu South the anka anye bi kura no on retain omo eman no mutimi ema metwa so ye di adanse wo bomu nyuma pa ho ye stress omo be retain omo na omatimi ababe ye emfie nan aka ho
yakwa homesua mu ana homesua so afo eye onunyamfo yaw adutwum osei wada tuje kire mu se sesei enche bia nkwada ewo mfitase school biche primary school no onbe yen sohwe ahwe sanye bia sedo ye kire omade sedo musua de sedo mote ade ne kire omna se sedo musu bi ka omadwum na asefo nyina no mote asa na eye standardized test on baby ama class 4 nkwada ewo wo mamuni nyina mu wo chese de sare betumi aboye papa ama ahwe se humasua ye kire nkwada no so fam ho no wo mote asa na
primary school level
We want to improve learning outcomes and reduce learning poverty. But invariably, what you see is this. Our children go to school for 11 years for us to know whether they did well or didn't do well. If I want to evaluate how Kokrobite primary school is doing, I'll have to send the circle supervisors. Now they have a new name, CISOs, right? I have to send them there and say, give me a report. When the CISO is there, they will do everything so well. When CISO disappears, learning disappears. And there's a phenomenon that is called presenteeism. I'm present, but I'm not delivering. How are we going to stop that? We have to do what other nations are doing. Students are evaluated on a year-by-year basis at the national level. The World Bank talks about learning poverty, and they talk about the fact that by year 10, 53% of students in various countries cannot read for understanding, and Ghana is not an exception. Our human capital index is 0.44. So that is why the president says, transform the space. So transformation of the space means that all fourth graders this year are going to be tested across the length and breadth of this country. Every one of them. So that we'll see the challenges that is confronting us as a nation. And then we'll give them 1 year. We'll give them 1 year during the 5th grade of primary 5 to do intervention. We'll test them again in primary 6. The following year, we're even going to begin from primary 2, primary 4, primary 6, and beyond. This year, every student will be tested at 4th grade level. National standardized test, which has been done in Singapore and other places, is going to be a reality under the leadership of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. So parents, our goal is simple. We want to know whether your child can read or not. And the report will be generated and given to every single parent in this country in mathematics and literacy for them to really know whether their students are doing well or not. And then we'll have an opportunity to track them longitudinally. We want to take advantage of technology to digitize education in Ghana. We have a dashboard that is coming that will allow the Minister for Education to log in and see the attendance of every district, to see how every district is doing. And when the test is deployed and administered, the results will be on a dashboard. There will be a public component where anybody in this country can log in and see how their district or school is doing across the length and breadth of this nation.
Yɛde kasɛbɔ no kɔ community watch ha ana yɛwurawura mmea ahodoɔ hwɛ deɛ ɛkɔ ɛkɔyi a yɛka nkɔyi nso a yɛka ankɔyi na ɛkɔyi a ɔmu siesie no a yɛwɔbɔ ɔmaba so na ɛnɛ yɛkɔ Karaga yɛkɔhwɛ sɛ Karaga ɔmabrabɔ ɛkɔ sɛn mpuntudwuma ɛkɔyie. Hassan Washid, salamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. Na what say?
Adrum boko na salagane ni pote mwe.
To bibia ekosie we ya Karaga.
Jo. Na Karaga dey na ekoso what say niam ekosen?
Yo so be drew Karaga Krobi wo Karaga your friends overseas. Na sakro me your friend Kambonsia. Na Kambonsia community bia last Friday UTV community watch ekopie honomo. Na ekopie honomo assemble na APA first of all honomo kro honomo omo ni light na insuso ebo din ma omo na school currently you can say Kambonsia community omo schools under 3 na 2 schools crèche and primary into omo combine primary 1 up to primary 4 na crèche no so omo the crèche 1 and up to crèche 3 no omo kabo mo etna ediasi esiade na honomo last time and last week another social story start follow na hono mo want to see light pole but I had there light pole ba ku bia any Kamontia community hono mo na the bi o mo charge of phone community bia outside Kamontia say Takalgo some person mo charge your phone on phone na this some dey call Takalgo Balsong and Kwabena hono nom di ko charge phone na say ba health facility any community hono this ko Zandua na hono Zandua community no and so far away from Kambonsia community no na so ko do this so twa so kese bia currently TV so I kese so kese bia kwan no so to na e ma na express obia entimi entwa sa so no enko Zandua community no enko hwehwe ayaresabia ma omo nti enum ho say community members are more Kambonsia issues wey and bomb South community on now that day I go through no now me try visuals no say me send no immediately so that you reach my story no prime time news omo share me baby a me ko gina ansa na reception aba na jabe bia community on no say me ko gina ho na no kra me ko gina ho no say na data no back soppy. But then later me dream one me cover other areas. Inti Kambonsia Karaga district community members and our citizens are more that particular community one. How the brave and found. Now how community no 2 boreholes per now initially no not boreholes near mechanized, but say my own man you be on that mechanized board is through manual labor. And also South community members no almost bread. Many about your between common or say opinion. This almost trap is no at the neighboring community to say Zandua and Sana Omako Shomo and Amokonya Yarasam into any issues that Kambonsia Karaga district.
And tonight say video mfoni ayehwe say mo fi Kambontia and amoko hifa esan say so na mo cross no from Kambontia ekohin
so aye cross sia na ye adwo say community aye be free answer na ye through Kambontia no ye be through ho no ye nyina ye car ye bus gina ejina na intimi cross enti pick up na you see obi ni pick up na etina mu ma odiye cha trans no answer na it me call Kambontia to me this particular story. Inti that community a very hard to reach area. So person who go through Honmupua access to a road network no thing because we do baby no different we see N19 so no ana onya motor ana onya heavy duty cars here 4-wheel cars which me advance so no ediwacha which ma ko Kambontia.
Enti say so to dia na so bi nko bi ma
currently I can say in Su to northern region the community members the neighboring community access services to say obi phone low battery or say charge ontimi entwemu and now obi yare I say omode no call the nearest community I friend Zandua omontimi nko say through rainy season here that's a community Kambontia community completely cut off from the rest of the country.
Na me hu say V8 Kambontia for no most kasa na matoto V8
mpacho omun nisika na at that particular moment no na ya like you say omu koye program bi ewo Kambontia na that program ne ya Bank of transfer na omo yo imagine say omo be eliminate schools and the trees na omo ko hono na at that particular instance no
until say Bank transfer the forecast na nam ayika ayino mo
ana ane
until Kambontia ni na e ko no On the moto.
On the so one is all private initiative who could do quite so I just maybe what they can extra swimming lesson so that with me
okay. And see vacuum transfer no at the V8 and I can want to for the moto and our 9 was she the ever dance papa and no money abo yenua Washid Al Hassan and yetene kanona when you na ekoso e Ghana he ya nti ya my mpanifo ahu mmea hodro bi a oha wo ho papa oha na no de enkrahampo brona hodro bebire won kran wo ko mmea hodro bi po kwase amasama na mmea hodro bi a bakasa gama ni nkran ha we je say gama bi nheda nko nti ebesere ye yi a na atwi mpanifo adwun de sisu say ni ye mu nti yenso ya chefa ebetuan de say ye beka ho asam ni bia mu hu ya mo hu no motiwe bi de ama wo mo nti kabonchiafo na asam ne nhwe ni nya bibi emfa ema wo mo ye de kasebo no ebe ho meso kakra na mo na nsa na no owura bi a wagye din ewo wiase nyina wo ye sofo edi etade frede pa eye TB Joshua osofo TB Joshua ne di no ti no ejina ho ma temitope ena bi ne ye Balogun Joshua openini of penia oda synagogue Church of All Nations ano asore sunye papa won krabata mi ahodo bebre wiase nyina Midday twamu yi papa yi daya wansore onyemfie eduoson edunum enson 57 years enti sawoti ya na owura na sesofo TB Joshua wadaya wansore yebegina TB Joshua na yero husemu yeso na yama na sorema Nigeria fo eno bibia ndabusua yakọ na yehomeso na yenkoto nkra na enra kotoko dinkunim has bodro kotoko bese dinkunim has belusu na kotoko fakapo no Romeo Dro ebeba na face course ni nyina no de abre yetwa mo ba sisi ai